is digital transformation that concern the design and the implementation of the infrastructure, the network, and the cloud by leveraging on IT technology evolution, increased level of security, and connection of production machinery. By building this infrastructure, of course, we can exploit processes and application. So the objective is that by leveraging on one unique system, we can reach also a single group model and a paperless company. Paperless company is one of the key pillars of this project. So the guidelines from the top management of Koala is that we need to leverage as much as possible on the system by reducing the use of paper, Excel, emails, paper sheet, spreadsheet, and so on. So this is one of the key pillars, so please bear it in mind when we will design the model together. We know that every time there is a digital transformation journey, people are affected because when we implement a system, a whole new system, such as an ERP one that cover all the processes that a company used to do, people are affected because you as employee are the first one that use the system. So this is why we are not talking about only a digital transformation or IT evolution. We are also talking about an IT organizational evolution and also about a cultural and change management. Of course, from our side and from Guala's side, the objective is to try to reduce the impact on people. And this is why there is a dedicated team that is called Change Management Team, and will be some colleagues of mine, so from Deloitte, that will take care of all these change management and organizational aspects with the objective of making this transition the smoother as possible. All right, next slide. Here we go. So we already mentioned that this digital transformation journey is around the implementation of SAP S/4HANA, and this ERP will cover all the processes. So we are talking about production, sales, logistics, quality, sourcing, accounting aspect, finance aspect, maintenance. So basically all the supply chain process, all the operation process, all the finance processes will be covered by SAP S/4HANA. But Koala's top management, prior to implement this system on all the processes, asked Deloitte and other consultants and asked you, which are involved in this working group, to start a design phase on specific processes. These processes are the ones that are listed in bold and in the bullet point on the right side of this slide, which are production planning and scheduling, production execution and quality, source to pay, and maintenance management. These four processes are the ones that have been highlighted as the most important for the company and are the ones on which you and your colleagues for the other processes have been involved together with us from Deloitte to design a unique group operation model. So from our side, we will have to design a unique group operation model for production, execution, and quality processes. So basically, this is the program's timeline. So we are here in Q3 of 2022. So if you read the second row of this Gantt chart, so we are in the phase of target group operating model for SAP S/4HANA high-level analysis. You see here that these analyses have already started a few months ago. because prior to this specific phase, there were some other colleagues of mine from Deloitte that together with Gualas Italy went in deep dive in order to understand better how Gualas Italy works, in order to understand the specificity of the business. And then in July, we also had some meetings together with Guala Italy in order to understand a little bit better their processes in deep dive. Now we are at the point in which we are involving you because starting from what we got from Italy, we would like to understand if your processes are similar to the ones that are in place in Italy in order to understand the fit and the gap on that model and try to build together the common group model. So we want to take into account, of course, your business requirements. So in this group digital transformation program timeline, the first wave of implementation will start on on the second quarter of next year. So if you look at the fourth row of this Gantt chart, S4 group template, wave 1, 2 countries, 3 large, 1 medium, and so on. So we can see that S4HANA first go live will regard UK, UCP, and Mexico. Next year, quarter 2. In the meanwhile, it will start, let's say, the design phase and the implementation phase for all the other countries, which are Italy, Spain, Poland, Germany, and Bulgaria, with whose go live will be at the end of quarter 4 for next year. And in 2024, it is supposed that also India and Ukraine will go live at the end of quarter 2, of course, depending on the political situation and that will be in place at that time. You see instead that wave 4, the color, let's say, light blue, in the Gantt chart is light blue because it has to be still planned. So, but of course, the aim is that this new ERP system will cover all the companies that belongs to the group. But those one that are in dark blue are confirmed, while the one in light blue has still to be confirmed. In general, this Gantt chart is still an high-level Gantt chart, and the project management team led by Florentina are taking care of performing and creating a more detailed scheduling of this digital transformation that will be provided in the next days. In the meanwhile, they are also preparing a kickoff presentation because the kickoff will be held on September 14 for the first go live, let's say UK, UCP, Mexico. So yeah, these are the most important messages. Yes, and another thing that is important to mention is that now for the September month, we'll be involved together in order to design the group operating model. But of course, the group operating model design will not end it in September, because you can see from this timeline that many other companies will go live in the next year and so on. And so since we want to take care that the model that we are defining will fit also the other countries, also the other companies, we will have different moments of updates. So you can see here a baseline, row 3, and then update 1 in Q3 2023 and update 2 in Q3 2024, where fit gap analysis will be performed in order to see if the global template that has been defined can fit all the other companies. Okay. So questions so far?
Yes. Can you repeat when will be the Mexico go live, please?
Yeah, at the end of Q2 2023. Quarter 2, so in June, July of 2023.
Thank you.
All right. So before starting to, let's say, have this round table of presentation, I will leave the stage to Paolo Lavazza for spending some words about this project.
Thanks, Chiara. Hello, everybody. Florentina asked me to do this speech as a group quality and sustainability director, and also as an ex-plant manager that started with SAP long time ago. So 360 degrees experience. But then what I want to say is that for me, it's really important for quality and for sustainability to have the same ERP system, because it's like to speak the same language. So it's really important for us because we are a widely spread group. We speak a lot different languages. Sometimes we have some difficulty, but with the same system, for me, the understanding between each other will be better. And one more thing, that also we can have the same structure, so the same quality best practice, the same model. And this is also something that we can use, the best thing that we have in the group, and use it all around the group, all among the group. So I strongly believe in this project. As a quality director, my team and myself will give the full support to this project. This is it. Thank you, Chiara.
Many thanks, Paolo. All right, so let's see the stakeholders. So basically here we are, the whole working group is here. So what we would like to do is to leave the word to you to present yourself. We can start us from Deloitte so that we can introduce ourselves and getting to know each other. So I will start. So as I said, I'm Chiara Bratelli and I'm a senior consultant from Deloitte Italy. I will basically be the stream leader for this process, the production execution and quality process, and I will be stream leader as well for the production planning and scheduling process. Together with me, there are other colleagues that works alongside on other two streams that are the source to pay and basically the maintenance management, who are Paolo Danella and Giancarlo Vedelago. Now I will let them present it, but we are all part of the operation teams, which is guided by Pienzi Martino, who cannot unfortunately join this call. We are more like process people, operational people, so we will not take care of technical aspects, even if we will discuss about technical aspects. But together with us, there will be an SAP team from Deloitte. Those are the guys that will implement the system, that will design the infrastructure, the cloud, and so on. And they will basically accompany you in all this journey. The team is guided by Roberto Mazzali. The project manager from SAP team and for the whole initiative on Deloitte side is Luca Marinelli. And the SAP expert for production execution and quality for SAP technical aspects is Dario Sorrentino. You will have the chance to meet them in the next meetings. So please, Paolo, Giancarlo, if you want to present yourselves.
Yes, hi everybody. I'm Paolo Danella. I'm a consultant working from the Deloitte. I'm working with Chiara And so for the all the aspect related production execution, quality, and planning, and well, and I'm working for the operation team with also Giancarlo and Martino.
Okay, thank you, Paolo. I'm Giancarlo Del Lago. I will support the Deloitte team, the operation team, so Martino, Chiara, and Paolo in order during this design phase. As already anticipated from Chiara, I will work across all the four main processes. And we already started, let's say, phase 0 with the Italian subsidiary in order to understand how Guala operates. So we look forward to go on with this project also with you.
Thank you, Giancarlo. So while from the corporate side, and there are other people, especially from the IT team, since we are talking about a digital transformation. So we have, as I mentioned before, Aldo Chiaradia, CIO of the group, Florentina Angel, that will be the project manager on Guala side of this initiative, Attilio Damiani, IT, and all his colleagues, Sergei, Francesco, and Tommaso. Concerning the Guala Closure Group, you are involved as the main stakeholder for the first phase. And as I said, and I would like to stress it out, you will be the main stakeholder with whom we will design the group model. So from Italy, we have Federico Donato, Paolo Lavazza, Piero Marchitelli for production, and Barbara Resta for quality. And now I will let you present yourself, starting from Germany.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Peter Kirschner. I'm General Manager for Germany since 2 years. Here from Germany, Matthias Gassmann, the Plant and Production Manager, will join from next week. He's this week still on vacation. And Uwe Bauer is our IT responsible, who was in the calls yesterday and the day before, but is not today. But he will also join for all the technical aspects of the IT environment. And then we have Andreas and Stefan on the call who will introduce themselves.
Yes, hi, my name is Stefan Klein. I am responsible at Guala Closures Germany for planning and scheduling, and I also take light works in our ERP system. That is, Uwe Bauer is responsible for that, but I help sometimes out.
Hello all, my name is Andreas Beger. I'm the quality manager of this plant here in Germany, working for Guala now or in this plant since almost 5 years. And yes, it's a pleasure to be involved in this project.
Nice to meet you. All right, thank you. UK UCP.
Hi everyone, I'm Frank McGrory, UK IT Director. I joined the company just 3 weeks ago, so I'm very new. A number of our colleagues are actually on vacation today, but will join from next week. But I'll ask Scott and then Sławek to introduce themselves.
Yeah, and hi everyone. I'm Scott Miller. I'm production manager here in Guala Closures UCP. I've been about 8 years with the group, and yeah, it's great to get involved with this project, so looking forward to it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sławek Gleboki. I've been with Guala over 6 years. I'm IT manager for Guala UCP and Guala UK. Thank you.
Thank you. Are all the others colleagues on vacation?
They are, Chiara, yes, they are,
Okay.
but they will join the meetings from next week.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay.
Mexico.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Hector Corcuera. I have been in the company for the last 15 years. I'm in charge of the operation of the wood facility, also for R&D and the business development of the luxury closures. So, very nice to meet you, all of you.
Nice to meet you, Hector.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Tatiana Duque. I'm the quality manager for Mexico.
Thanks.
Hi, this is Jose Luis Luque. I am the plant manager from Mexico. I have been in Mexico in this plant for 2.5 years, and nice to meet you.
Right. In Spain.
Hi everyone, my name is Francisco Festa. I'm General Manager of Wall Ibérica for the last 4 years. For this meeting, we have from Jerez, because Jerez is only within the scope of this project, not Olérdola. We have Gonzalo Cano, who is the plant manager. We have also Diana Garona, who is the quality manager, and Tomás Crespo, production manager.
Okay. For Germany, you mentioned that you are mostly from the planning and scheduling department. Do we miss someone for production, or do you think you can cover all the topics when we will discuss about production execution?
One of my jobs is that I'm also responsible for production planning on the specific lines, who has to produce something in time. Great and so on. I worked also for 6 years since I started working in the planning department in the production, so I know the processes quite well.
Great, thank you very much.
And just to add from my side, Stefan was the kind of key user in our ERP project over the last couple of months when we upgraded our ABAS ERP system. He was key user also for the production execution side. So he has some good experience there.
Excellent. Yeah. Just to be sure that we have all the right people around the table, as we have to discuss mainly about production execution, scrap declaration. Now we will see in detail. Okay. Yeah. Good. So nice to meet you all. We can move to the next slide then. All right. So what we are going to do during this month and which are the goal and the expectation from these working groups and the parallel working groups. So as I mentioned before, the processes in scope for this group operation model are production planning and scheduling, production execution and quality, source to pay, maintenance management. The objective of these 4 weeks that we will have together is to define all the high-level business requirements for these processes in scope together just for the production execution and quality, and with some of you also for the production planning and scheduling, because this model will be the input for our SAP colleagues, team colleagues, for the design of the SAP business blueprint. So the document that contains all the technical aspects, all the detailed functional requirements that will cover basically all the, let's say, business processes that we will design together and that will be respected once SAP's S/4HANA will be implemented. Of course, we need to keep in mind some of group standardization logics that have been defined by Guala's top management and that, as I said, we need to take into account when designing the model. So, first of all, we need to leverage on the fact that we have one unique system, but we need to think that the more we leverage on standard functionality provided by the system, the better it is, for different reasons. The first reason, of course, is to contain the overall Guala's cost. And the second cost is that if we implement a system with many customization and maybe a lot of customization that maybe are not necessary, then it will be hard to keep the updates of this customization along the time. So the better standard, the most standard is the system, the better it is for everybody in the working day-by-day activity. So please, let's try to leverage on the standard functionalities and take care of customization only if strictly needed. We'll need to leverage on industry best practices. So we will discuss about best model, industry best practices. So we, from Deloitte side, we will bring you some example that we saw in other companies with dimensions similar to your company that operates in the same industry, process that works well, but of course we want to discuss with you in order if this model fits you, and we need to take into account your specific requirements, but of course trying to leverage on industry best practice, and this best practice can come also from the internal company of the group. So if you have in place some let's say best practice that you think can be something that can be taken to a higher level for this group operation model, we can discuss it, merge all the information together and build the final model. As I mentioned before, we need to reach a paperless company. So please, let's try to minimize all the extra system tools and documents. So if there are some processes that are fully Excel, fully paper sheets, and you do not have a support of the system, so try to leverage on the system. The objective is not having only all the data in the system in order to enhance performance analysis, KPI, and so on, but also to make your work more effective, more efficient. So having traceability in the system. So as I said before, this is one of the measure guidelines from the top management to minimize these extra system tools documents use. And finally, define a common global model. So define a unique way of working for all the companies concerning these production execution and quality processes. So let's standardize the process. Questions? Okay. So what will we talk about in the next month? So first of all, we have this stream is called production execution and quality, but actually they are two different processes if they are connected to each other. So what we are going to do in the next month is try as much as possible to differentiate the topics that concern production execution in one meeting and quality management arguments in another meeting. So we still have to think about it. So maybe the next week will be like an assessment week in order to, we try to set up all the arguments, try to understand better how you work, both from a production execution point of view and quality management point of view, and starting from the week following the next week, then we will try to, let's say, split the topics one day and the other day during the week, so that even you can free up your time if you need to take care, of course, of your business as usual activity. So we can involve just a portion of the team if that is the case. So concerning the production execution, we will mainly talk about production execution management. So how the production order is released, is put in the line, is basically execute. So how the production phases are closed, how you confirm the production order, if you declare the good pieces and the bad, let's say, the scrap. So we will talk about material consumption and scrap declaration. And of course, we will discuss about the system that you currently use and the limits that you currently see in using this system when executing the production. Because please keep in mind that what we have to do is to define the business requirements. So every time that we will discuss in the next week, please ask yourself, what do I expect from SAP S/4HANA to support me during the production execution process? What I would like SAP S/4HANA does in order to support me in every activity, so that we can list the business requirements and then have like a discussion with the SAP team in order to understand if the system can support us by standard functionalities in performing the activities that we are designing together. And these are the main topics for production execution. Second topic is quality management. So quality management is a broader topic. So we will discuss about all the quality check and the registration of quality results and how you do these activities along the supply chain. So starting from the materials at acceptance, then quality check on semi-finished and finished products, the tools that you use to support this activity, and if you have, for example, a support from the system, so if you manage quality status in case there are non-conformant batch or non-conforming products. And also we discuss about the use of control plans. So if you have, for example, let's say quality orders, quality control orders in the system to support you in performing all the quality checks. So basically we will discuss about the core quality processes that regards the activities on the quality check activities on material, finished and semi-finished products in order to, let's say, design the model. One important thing to say is that we already had a discussion with Italy about the production execution and quality management. So we already have a list of requirements gathered from the corporate about what could be the standardized model all around the group. These requirements will be shared with you in the next week so that we can align both on what you are doing now and what is expected from a corporate level, and then match these two things together and try to fit and get respect to the request of corporate. And finally, the other important thing to say is that you may know that in Italy we have a system, an external system, a vertical system, which is called IRIS, which is used basically to manage the quality processes. So basically IRIS in the vision of corporate will be in the future part of the whole Guala's applicative landscape. So today IRIS in Italy is used to register and perform all the quality check activities, and is also used as a manufacturing execution system, because actually it is a manufacturing execution system. So production orders are directly executed and closed on this IRIS system. In Italy, this is the master, and then the aim of corporate will be to create an interface between IRIS and SAP S/4HANA in order to keep these two systems aligned. So IRIS will not be dismissed, but actually will be one of the main tools together with SAP S/4HANA in this applicative landscape of the overall company. So we will also discuss about this integration and the alignment between these systems. Okay, questions?
So,
It's
sorry,
clear.
question from my side. Everything around the material handling is not part of this. So how to identify material in the warehouse, how to take it out, bring it on the production order, this is included here?
No, it's not, in the sense that material handling is more something related to internal logistics. And the logistic is not a process that has been highlighted by the top management as one of the common part of the common group model. So this means that everybody from your companies can manage this process as you like, can be differentiated. Of course, will be covered by SAP S/4HANA. So it's not excluded. The fact is that the process can be different company by company.
Mm-hmm.
Other questions? Okay, so we can move to the last part of this meeting scheduling. So it will be, let's say, a very intense month, because we know that you do not have only to deal with Deloitte and this digital transformation journey. You also have your business as usual activity. So sorry for that. But of course, we know that a digital transformation program is, let's say, a very strong initiative that will require extra effort from everybody. So we try to keep the schedule as simple as possible and meetings as short as possible, but as long enough in order to try to have a discussion and try to cover topics and try to, of course, design one unique model in 1 month. This is very short time. So let's try to push everything in these 8 meetings and hope that the last meetings will not be needed, so that we can free up the time to everybody. But of course, we need to respect the schedule, otherwise the entire program will get late. So what we did is to plan 2 meetings per week. So the meetings will be always at 3 in the afternoon UTC time. So on Tuesday and Thursday, and they will last 1 hour and a half each. So next meeting will be on Tuesday 6th, and I guess that meeting will be mainly about try to understand how you work in the production execution and quality processes. So I think that the best approach is to have all the team involved during this first meeting, so we can understand better your current processes. And if we have time, we will start to share instead the business requirement that we collected from corporate. So let's say that Tuesday, Thursday will be around these two main topics. So understanding the disease and also share the guidelines from corporate. All right, everything's clear? Questions? Are you happy about this digital transformation journey? Enthusiast?
Very.
Great.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Interesting.
Yeah, Guala strongly believe in this project, so let's be everybody committed to this amazing journey together.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you all. Nice to meet you all. See you next week and have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye-bye.
you.